I didn't know you you snored in your sleep, Danny.
Yeah, I also apparently I talk in my sleep as well.
You do? What do you talk about?
Apparently I talk. I don't know. My family doesn't want to tell me for some reason.
Just
They're trying to blackmail me or something.
demonic whispers.
And apparently I also strangled my little brother once during my sleep or something.
Holy.
Like I reached around his neck or something, and like after I woke up too, like my little brother told me about it, and I was like, "What?" Like I reached around his neck and whatnot. He was trying to get out of my grip, and I don't remember it either. I don't remember that happening because I was asleep. Like I told him, I was like, "Yeah, I don't remember trying to strangle you."
That's hilarious.
And it worries me too because I don't want to turn into a sleepwalker. I don't want to like wake up one day and then
You're like
I
in
don't
the
know
kitchen.
be in the kitchen or something. It's like, well, what am I doing here? I thought I was
making
in bed.
like a triple-decker sandwich.
Yeah,
with a knife in your hand, blood coming out of your hand.
Ooh.
Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of FANdamentals. I am joined, of course, with my co-hosts Joey and Cesar, as always.
Hey, what's up?
What is up?
You good there, Joey?
You
good
don't
there?
stop.
Sorry, we're having technical difficulties.
Nothing unusual there.
What is up?
Alright. How you guys been, huh?
The sky is up.
It's been a week
Good.
already since
Yeah.
last time we talked.
I'm tired, sore, and sunburnt.
Why is that?
I'm tired.
My skin
tired
is nice and
tired.
crispy because I went to Monterey the other day to go to the exotics. What is it called? It's basically like a car show that they host once a year. I think it's called like Exotics on Broadway or something. And it was fun. I'm not a car person. I don't know anything about cars, but I was there with a friend who is a car person, and I was basically his photographer who followed him around and took pictures of all the cars that he took fancy into.
And
But it was a fun time.
funny enough, that friend who likes cars, he's a mutual friend of the podcast.
Yeah, maybe he'll be here one day.
I mentioned him,
Yeah.
I think it was last podcast.
Yeah, you did.
Jaskron.
Jaskron. Yeah.
Jaskron. Good old Jaskron. He got married, so that's why we don't really
Yeah,
hear
we
from
don't.
him
Yeah.
much anymore.
He's our
He got
version of
married.
He's our version of Chris Abroad.
Anyways, I'm curious, did you run into like an exotic car that maybe you took an interest to, Joey?
So basically, I go to these things pretty much every year, and I've seen pretty much almost every single exotic car under the sun. And to me, it's just like, oh wow, another car. Like when we got there, we parked kind of far away. We decided to walk to the event, and within like 5 minutes, a guy in a Bugatti, and another hypercar, I should say, parked right up next to us and asked us for directions on how to get to the event. And then Jaskron took, it was weird. And Jaskron took the time to like start taking pictures and take videos of all the of the cars and stuff.
Did Jaskron say, "Hey, I'll show you how to get there, but first, let me take some pictures with your car."
I think he pointed them down a random street and just said, "Go over that way."
And then he drove off into the distance.
Just
I
imagine
hope he
it
found the way.
Just imagine like Jaskron giving directions to like okay, the car meets over there, and then like he never shows up to the car meet. He misses it. But
Oh, good. What about you,
But it's
Cesar? What have
sweet.
you been up to lately?
I had a small birthday party yesterday. For myself, I had a barbecue, and yeah,
What'd you eat
Also,
at the barbecue?
Yeah, what'd you eat? Well, what was at the barbecue?
carne asada and spicy weenie, spicy
Ooh,
weenies, and
spicy weenies.
chicken and rice and salsa. Yeah, a typical Mexican barbecue. It was fun though. Pretty hot though. I was out in the sun at 6 o'clock. It was 100 degrees outside. I just bided my time until the sun would go down. It was nice. It was a nice day though, despite it being very hot.
Yeah, it was hot for like the past couple of days. I
Oh,
think
yeah.
it reached what was the highest it reached? I think 105 or so.
Yeah, it was pretty
At
hot.
least here in got like really hot the past couple of days. Oh shoot!
Yeah.
I said where I lived. Oh no,
No.
Joey, I'm gonna need you to. I'm gonna need you
Oh
to
yeah,
like
oh yeah.
to bleep it out.
And I also live in, and Cesar lives in.
Yeah, no. But
Yeah,
anyways,
I had a party
Come on
in
over.
Tracy. I had a party in Tracy though. I don't care. I mean, that's where party is.
all
And
right.
Yeah,
also,
that's crazy.
what's funny is I was talking to a friend there at the party, and he told me, "Oh yeah, I know about MC Hammer." I'm like, "What?" Yeah, I sometimes say hi to them. I say hi to him like at the gas station. He's pretty chill. He has uh a very humble house. He used to have a mansion, but he still lives in Tracy.
He's friends with him?
No, he just sees him like he's like, "Hey, what's up? Howdy, person in Tracy."
Wait,
Who's
MC Hammer lives in Tracy?
yes, MC Hammer lives in Tracy.
It's an
Yeah, and
interesting
like
city to live in for
you
someone
guys
of his
know,
stature.
do you guys know about his music, right? Like he was pretty popular back in like the 80s, early 90s.
Oh yeah, yeah. You know
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
sideways shuffle that he was known
Yeah,
like
yeah.
he was
Yeah, that
known
guy.
for.
Yeah, and I think yeah, I didn't know that. Like I'm like, dang. I thought like all the celebrities would like move to like LA or Hollywood. I didn't think there'd be a
Beverly
celebrity
Hills.
in Tracy. But yeah, that was cool though. I'm like, man, dang. I hope I cross paths with that guy and see what's up.
Yeah, maybe one day you'll meet him.
I heard
One day.
I heard he had a really big fall from grace. Like I think in like the late 90s.
Did he just like stop
He
making music or?
no, went bankrupt.
Oh,
He
well,
went
that sucks.
bankrupt. He went bankrupt. He had a pretty big mansion in Tracy in the 90s. He sold it in like the late 90s, and then he moved to a much more smaller, humble house in Tracy, like around 2001, 2002, and that's where he lives right now. And he doesn't. My friend told me after I asked my friend, "Hey, does he have like a private entourage security?" And he's like, "No, he can't even afford that." Like what?
Whoa, okay, that's why he lives in Tracy. It makes sense now.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
mean,
it's
the guy's pretty much a one-hit wonder. It was just
Yeah,
the one
yeah.
song, Hammer Time.
yeah.
He's all like Vanilla Ice in a way.
Yeah, that guy, Ice Ice Baby.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
then everyone forgot about him.
yeah. And he told me the MC Hammer did a show at the Alameda County Fair.
Recently?
Um, yeah, like I think like last year, 2 years ago. I think yeah, I think last year. Like dang, sounds fun.
I'm
Oh,
assuming nobody showed up.
uh,
There's like that one old man in the
no,
back just
Yeah.
clapping.
no. I bet
It's like,
he probably still has his fans, like Gen Xers. You know what I mean? Gen X people, millennials.
there's probably like a few millennials there with like their hats on, put backwards, like a big boom
The
box or whatever.
skateboards.
Skateboards, yeah, exactly. Like the
But
baggy,
yeah,
like the popular baggy clothes that
yeah.
everyone liked to wear in the 90s.
I mean, hey, it was cool. It was cool for its time. I mean, I would have liked to have experienced that kind of clothes culture, uh, 90s fashion if I could go back in time and stuff with a time machine, of
Hey,
course.
there's nobody stopping you from dressing like that these days. You might be judged, but
True.
don't let that get to you.
Go to like your
I'm
local
not
thrift
saying
shop.
I'm not saying I want to dress like that. I want to just go see and experience everything. Experience the environment of the 90s. I don't want to be the 90s.
I probably would have like decided to have gone and watched. I think their name is New Kids on the Block.
Oh, I've heard of them.
Their
Yeah, I've heard
song
of them.
"Step by Step" was there's the song "Step by Step" is a bop.
Oh yeah,
It's a pretty good song. I like it. It's
I
pretty
know
catchy.
I only know that song because of a remix that's like a very like a feature funk kind of rendition of that song. Yeah, it's more fast paced and it's pretty nice.
It
Is it the
is.
Nightcore version?
Uh, Nightcore? I don't know. I don't know what it is.
Or they just make it fast paced and
Yeah,
just
super
turn
fast and
everyone's
high
voice
pitched.
and like high pitched.
Fast.
Yeah.
Like yeah, we go like step by step, like super fast. Like oh dang, that's a bop. Yeah, when I listen to like the original step by step, and like it's pretty slow. I'm like, I need a bit more speed in that song. So I found this other version
You
that's like
start
more
speeding up the
faster.
video.
Yeah, but oh, It's better. It's better though. Yeah.
Okay.
What are we talking about again?
I don't remember.
We were talking. Well, we went from talking to MC Hammer and then going on about like watching our favorite artists during the '90s. At least going back in time to experience it.
Oh yeah.
And that branched off of like you having a birthday party in Tracy.
Happy birthday.
And me.
Because you had a friend who met MC Hammer.
Yeah. It's
And
funny
that
because
sparked a whole conversation about MC Hammer.
it's funny because you can like anybody can just spot MC Hammer like on the street. And like, yeah, getting some gas.
You see him walking his dog.
Yeah. And like,
You know,
he said that nobody really bothers him. Like, people are chill. Like, oh yeah, MC Hammer. Cool.
you know
He's here.
that makes me wonder how many times I probably passed by MC Hammer
You just didn't recognize him.
Yeah, because I've gone to like the Food Max over on 11th Street multiple times. I've gone to the Safeway gasoline station, of course, to fill up my car multiple times, and you know that makes me wonder. Is like, how many times have I passed by MC Hammer and I have not noticed it?
Yeah, maybe now next time you'll pay attention if you see if he's around your vicinity.
I'll probably pull
You
up
have
with like Hammer Time playing loudly, like put it on blast or whatever, and then see.
Bro.
Look who gets the most excited.
Yeah,
Bro,
exactly.
if you see him, take a picture with him. Take a picture with him.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I'll take a picture with him and I'll send it to you guys.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah,
hey, look
you'll be like,
who I met. MC
yeah,
Hammer.
look, yeah, that'd be cool.
But anyways,
Really?
I started an Amazon job. I now work at Amazon.
Does
And that is my second.
You don't sound
that's what
happy
happened to
about
me.
it.
I'm like, no, I don't. So I started this job like 2 weeks ago, the 12th of this month, 12th of August, Friday. I started this job, and it's actually my second job. So I'm working 2 jobs. Yeah. My first job, of course, being a front desk receptionist at a hotel. Or more specifically, I work as a front desk receptionist at a run-down motel. Like the rooms are nasty.
Really?
There's only like 3 rooms that have been remodeled, and even then, those rooms aren't like, they are better than the other rooms, the old rooms that are nasty. But you know, there's still some things here and there that could have been done better.
It's not one of those motels where you like lift up the mattress and you see a bunch of like nasty stuff everywhere, right?
Well, I mean, there's one maid there that does her job really well, like tries to make it clean.
Okay.
But then, like, I want to say for the past month or so, we've been having problems with bed bug infestations, and we've been having like the guy come over pretty much every single week to check the rooms out that have been infested. And you know, I've even gone into the rooms and put like the little, you know, the little canisters that they sell at like Home Depot or Lowe's. That's like you break the tab on it and it starts releasing smoke into the environment. Do you guys know what I'm talking about?
I think so, yeah.
Maybe.
So think of it this way. You know the smoke grenades in video games like Call of Duty and Battlefield? So essentially it's that, but instead of it being smoke, it's like this chemical that releases in order to kill off.
Bombing. Oh, I see.
Essentially, it's a smoke grenade that kills off bed bugs and other little insects that are infesting the room. And so
Just remember something.
there really is only one room so far that we have not been able to get the bed bugs out of. Like they're dug in there, and we haven't been able to rent that room out now for like the past month.
It's their nest.
It's their nest, yeah.
That room belongs to the bugs. You can't reclaim
It's
the
where
territory.
the king bed bug lives.
Yeah, and honestly, yeah,
Danny.
we've had people even ask for their refund. They want their money back because they would stay at the old rooms that are nasty, and they would just say, you know, the state of the room is unacceptable, and I completely agree with them. Like, you know, there's not much I can do as an employee there. All I can do is just tell the manager, and even then, the manager doesn't really have that much power there because he's just managing that motel, that building.
Is this a chain?
So it's a chain, yeah. Apparently, there's other locations like Redwood City, I think, has one.
Is it like Motel 6?
Yeah, but like a much less popular Motel 6. I don't think they have anything like any other motel buildings outside of the Bay Area.
Oh,
But then, like I was saying, even the manager
that's
there managing, yeah, no, that's good, yeah, because it's like how I told my family, like that motel there that I'm working at, I don't see it being in business in like the next year or so. I think it's
Yeah.
going to go out of business. Like it's probably going to be sold to a different company, or they're probably going to come down, demolish the building, and maybe build more houses on the property or whatever. But anyways, yeah, it sucks because if you're maybe wondering like how nasty the room is, well, the beds, the mattresses are probably like the same mattresses that have been there since the motel has opened.
Oh, yeah.
The some of the bed sheets do have like stains on it. There's some yellowing stains. The ceiling is stained because there's like water damage and whatnot that can seep through the ceiling. Okay, so the ceiling does have that water damage stain sort of thing going on in it. The carpet is old and musty. For some of the rooms, the tile for the bathroom floors, some of the tiles are like breaking off. So there's like spots where there's no tile squares, and it's just like the concrete underneath the tile where the tile was laid on.
It's about to crumble.
Let's see here. There's also the tile with the tile within the shower area where people go in and they shower. There's mold on it. There's rust on the shower head as well. There's also a window for like the bathrooms to like, so you can open up the window so that way the humidity can be released. So like the room doesn't get as humid or whatever. Like it doesn't fog up and whatnot. There's rust on those windows as well. Like the areas where it connects to the areas that are metal for the window, it's rusty. Those like areas that are it's just filled with rust. And honestly, whenever I walk into the rooms, I'm not gonna lie, I'm just disappointed. Because like at like what we charge for those people, for one night there at the motel is just I just tell myself you can clearly get a better deal somewhere else.
Really?
Yeah, oh, definitely. They can get better deals anywhere else. And also, the pool, the motel there that I work at has a pool that has not been used for like the past 3 years or so.
Oh, is it filled?
And it's built. It has water in it. It's like it's ready for use and whatnot. But
I would not trust that.
It's not open. It's not open for people to go in it.
Mm-hmm.
And also the area in the pool, you know how there's supposed to be benches and seats for people to sit on and to essentially chill and relax. The area by the pool, or rather I should say the area where the pool is, it's essentially being used as like a storage area where like they put some old cabinets, old seats, old stuff essentially.
It's probably just to say like, oh yeah, if somebody asks, yeah, we have a pool if you want to come on down. You can't swim in it though.
Yeah, no, you can't swim in it. And also,
you can look at it, but don't go in
it.
Like,
I felt bad for all the customers that have come down to this motel where I work at during the summer because our biggest asset is not being used. Everyone wants to go swimming. Everyone wants to go into a pool. And if people are traveling, they're looking for a place they can stay where there's like a pool or a place where they can cool down. And the motel, of course, has a pool. And so for those people that are traveling, it reels them in. But then they get there only to be disappointed by me telling them, oh yeah, the pool's not open. And that's been going on for the entire summer this year.
What do they look like when they realize they can't swim in the pool?
Oh, they're disappointed. I've had a few of them ask for their money back. And here's the thing too. Depending on how they reserve the room, we can't directly give them their money back. So if they called us through their phone and they made a reservation, they give us their credit card information directly. So that way we could input it into the system and then we can charge them there. So in those cases, we can give them their money back. But if they reserved the room through like a third party website, like let's say Agoda or Expedia, then we can't give them their money back. They have to call those other companies, the third party companies, directly, and then tell them to give them their money back. And then even then that's an entire process in itself. And then I've had a couple of customers, of course, be like, disappointed and mad that they had to go through that just to get their money back and whatnot. But
yeah,
it's like I tell them, it's like I don't have any power in this. And after I tell the customers that they need to go through the third party company in order to get their refund back, they of course, they're irritated. They do get mad and whatnot. But then again, I'm just an employee, so I don't really have power when it comes to that situation.
And you said the manager can't really do anything either, right?
Well, yes and no. When it comes to refunds, of course, he's the only one that could give the refunds to the clients, to the people that stay there, if they made the reservation directly with us. But if they made a reservation through like a third party company, then of course he's going to be he's pretty much going to be telling them the same thing that I'm telling the clients. We can't give you the refund. You have to get into contact with the third party company. And also, like I was talking about earlier, the renovations to the hotel. That hotel should have gotten a makeover. It should have been renovated years ago.
Yeah,
like years ago. If you go and visit the motel that I'm at, you would see what I'm talking about when I mean that it should have gotten renovated years ago.
It just feels completely outdated.
It just feels completely outdated, including like the I guess I could say the technology there and whatnot. It should
Windows
be
XP computers,
something better. Actually, we have a fairly modern laptop that has our system in it.
Oh, okay.
But I'm talking about like our security measures. What I mean by security measure, the place where we keep our money, it's just a cabinet that slides in and out. There's no lock on it. There's nothing protecting it. It's just a cabinet that slides in and out. So if somebody breaks in, they can easily take the money.
Okay.
And also like our record system that keeps track of, because there is a thing there that keeps track of like what who made a call to who. Like for example, earlier this year when I first started the job there, back in January, it wasn't until I think it was in February when this happened. We had the cops kept getting called to the motel, and there were several times. During those times, the cops would ask, "Hey, who made the 911 call?" And the system there that we have that keeps track of what room made the call to the emergency services, it's just this printer that prints out what room made the call and what time, what the day, when all that information, it prints it out. But it does such a bad job at printing it out. Like the ink is faded. It's like
yeah,
that technology was back in that was 90s technology. Late 80s, early 90s technology, that I could say. So that's outdated. So yeah, no. And when I first worked at the motel, after a couple of weeks,
it sounds like the hotel. It sounds like that hotel sounds like a monster would live in it, like the Grudge, or like the monster from like The Ring would live in that.
It's the type of motel where you're like, yeah, a guy died in that room.
Yeah, and then like that you gotta bring the priest. They gotta bring the priest for the priest, then they gotta bring the priest for the priest for the priest. For the exorcism.
It's the kind of motel that even the monster would be afraid of staying in.
The monster checks out. Yeah, can I get a refund?
It's just a single story motel with like 12 rooms that people can stay in.
Even a monster has standards.
Yeah, even a monster has standards. But yeah, so much is outdated, and the motel should have been renovated like years ago, like I keep mentioning over and over again. But going back to what you were saying, what you asked me, Joey, the manager not having enough power in this, Yes, he doesn't really have enough power in it because, just like me, when I first started working at this motel, I saw everything that was wrong with the motel and I was like, Jesus, this needs to be fixed. So I made a note on it, on a little post-it note. I went into every single room that was open and I started noting down, like, this is wrong with this is wrong with that. This room needs this fixed, that room needs that fixed. And I gave those post-it notes with my little remarks on each room. I gave it to the manager there at that motel where I work at, and he took it. And I guess, I waited a month or so after I did that, and I asked him about it. It's like, hey, did you consider making these fixes? Did you consider, like, maybe making renovations or whatnot? Because after a month, you would think, he would at least try and fix some things, even if they were small, at least try and, like, fix certain things here and there.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, I passed it to the higher up. And that's where my mouth drops, like, higher up? There's a higher up in this? I was like, yeah, I'm not the owner of this company, of this hotel company here. It's actually, there's a higher up. And so now that information has to be passed up to his higher up. And that creates problems in the sense that, that higher up would probably just say, yeah, we'll wait a couple of months and whatnot.
And then gives it to his higher up.
Yeah, actually, no, it's just the higher up of my manager.
Oh, okay. The one that's actually responsible.
The one that's actually responsible for.
What do you call that? The general manager?
Danny, you're like at the very
owner rally.
Danny, you're like at the very bottom. You're at the very bottom, like it's like a pyramid.
The henchman.
And like you gotta go up, like
climb the ladder.
Yeah, climb the ladder.
And the problem is that, like I was mentioning earlier, I don't see this hotel lasting, or rather, I don't see this company of motels, this brand, this company, I don't see it lasting for another year or two, because if they've already waited for like 4 or 5 years to renovate the motel, then, I mean, how much more longer are they going to wait to make renovations to the other rooms, to the ones that have not been renovated?
I just say, like, there is a
get out of there.
Serious what?
No, just get out of there, Danny.
Get out of the job.
Yeah, get out of there.
Can I just say
Cesar,
there's a serious problem with hotels in the U.S. Like, I don't know. Every time I enter a hotel, I feel dirty. I feel gross.
Well, I mean, because you never know who slept in that room.
Yeah,
you never know what somebody did in that bed, in the bathroom. You never know what somebody did in the bed.
Every time I leave a hotel,
I know what they did. I just don't want to think about it.
Every time I leave a hotel, I smell like chlorine. I hate that smell. I smell like chlorine. Like,
it's a clean smell, but it's just,
I don't like it. I don't like this. I feel weird. It feels like I'm not clean.
You just
it feels like I'm dirty.
You know what I hate though, for like staying at a motel or a hotel? I hate the little soap bars and the shampoo bottles that they give out.
Yeah.
I hate those things because it makes me feel a lot more nastier than cleaner.
Yeah.
I bring my own stuff.
Yeah, that's true. And like, and also like when it comes to like breakfast, they don't give you anything. Maybe if you go to like a Hilton hotel, they might pamper you at the very least, but nothing at the low end motels.
And also, actually, to build up on that, since this company of hotels that I'm working for, they have other hotels in other areas within the Bay Area. There are other motel establishments that do serve breakfast. Maybe like something simple, like give out maybe like something they bought from the store or something, like at the nearby Safeway or whatever. But there have been customers that arrive at the motel where I work at, and they say like, "Oh yeah, when's breakfast? Like, what time do you guys start breakfast?" And I tell them, "We don't serve breakfast here." And they also look disappointed and whatnot, because on the website,
so.
Yeah, even more so, because they have to stay in a crappy room has not been in a motel that has not been renovated in like years now.
Mm-hmm.
And to top it all off, you can't use a pool and there's no breakfast. And especially you're being charged the rate that you're being charged for staying there one night.
Yeah, and also like the breakfast, they give you like at the very low end. motels is just like they give you like a little milk carton, and they also give you like a cereal in like a cup, right? Or
Yeah.
sometimes they
Well, I
give
mean,
you like a
it's a cheap motel. It's a low end
yeah,
motel, so it's, I
but
mean,
yeah,
it's not out of character for them to be doing that.
yeah. It's very rare for like, oh yeah, we give you eggs and sausage, like sweet, and like dang. So it's so bad, bro. Like I don't know if like I don't know how hotels are in like different countries, but the US the American hotels are the worst, I think.
Yeah, I mean, they're pretty much what the owners do for those low end hotels. They pretty much have those. They own those low end hotels just for like a quick cash grab, just to make some
Yeah,
quick money on the side.
that's true. Oh yeah, also, Danny, we should like go to that hotel you work at and film a documentary.
Dude, all I have to do is just take a couple of pictures here and there, upload them online, and
Get it
that
shut
puts them out of
down.
No, no, like
business. That gets them
Oh,
shut down.
Joey, or Joe, remember that YouTube channel? What's it called? Abandon. You could do something like that. You just like do
oh, like
like
those
a
abandoned explorer channels where they like go around and is that what you're talking about?
yeah, sort of like that, but like this one is being occupied in a way. I
Oh,
mean,
we could start up a YouTube channel where we just go to horrible hotels.
yeah, bro, that'd be hilarious. That'd be so funny. I love that. I remember
Yeah, and
because I remember because Cal Chop did once a few years ago. It was Alex, Immortal HD, and Brett. They went to one hotel and like they checked out and like, oh man, this hotel sucks. And they did a whole video about that hotel. It was cool though. Like dang, American hotels. This is why American hotels are so bad. Like
Yeah.
there's so many issues that need to be fixed.
yeah, and the area where the hotel I work at,
Yeah.
where it is, it's like in the sort of in the ghetto side. So every now and then there's like a crackhead that passes by,
Oh,
or
that's
like a
scary.
crackhead that wants to stay in the room.
But like
And yeah,
crackhead, they have standards. Go someplace else.
yeah, go to the Motel 6 down the way
Yeah.
over there.
Crackhead, if
Because
you have
at least,
standards, go someplace else. Go someplace where you'll have the respect you deserve.
but yeah, the only reason I really work there is because I'm the only one at the front desk, and I pretty much just sit there for 6 hours. Well, before it was from Wednesday to Saturday, 2 p.m. to 8. Now it's Wednesday and Thursday from 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. Because, like I said, I got a job at Amazon that I work Friday and Saturday now. But what I like about the motel job is that I'm just there alone. It's just me, you know. Customer
Yeah, it's
comes in,
nice.
they check in. I just check them in, charge them the money, give them the room key, and then bam, you know, that's all. That's it. And if they
Crazy.
if they want a refund, I just tell them, oh, I just got to tell my manager, and my manager comes out, he does it, and that's it.
How often do they ask for refunds? Like what percentage would you say?
I was gonna ask that.
On
Yeah,
I read your
average, I
mind.
guess I would say maybe 3-4 times a month.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
And how many
There
like
would be a person.
total customers would be coming in a month?
Well, during the times that I would work there, I would say typically per day it would be 2, maybe 3 people, even 4, maybe 4 people. So I would say like 3 to 4 people a day would
I
come
guess
in.
like 90 to 100 a month.
Yeah, I'd say 90 to 100 a month, maybe or so.
Still, like even if there's like 3 or 4 people a month, that's still a pretty big percentage of people that are just, you know.
yeah,
It
they want
is,
cheap.
yeah.
They want cheap, and they'll get cheap, my dude.
Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna outright say it. The rate that gets charged there, at least for one night, is the total, including taxes and everything, is like $117.
I'm just gonna sleep outside.
Yeah, to stay in one of the rooms at the motel that I work at, it's $117 a night, and that's just for the simple one bed, one king size bed, one in the room. The room with the single king size and the single queen size bed, they're the same price. It's $117 a night. Now, if you want a room with 2 beds in the room, it's gonna be $139 a night.
Dang.
Is that the renovated one?
No, there's one room that's renovated with 2 beds in it, and then I think the other 2 rooms are the old nasty ones. Now, the room that was renovated, that's actually one of the rooms that got hit with the bed bugs.
Oh,
So we're not currently renting that. We're not currently renting that room out right now.
That's
And the other two rooms, the other two rooms are like the old, the nasty. You know, you got mold in the shower. This is those rooms, and that's gonna cost you $139 a night to stay in it.
bro. That's too much. Even for that kind of hotel.
Well, I mean, it's normally pretty expensive because of just the fact that we're in California, but like, I'm not paying $100 to live in a room with mold in it, you know?
Yeah, and if they travel down, if they go down, maybe I guess I would say like 8 minutes or so, they could get to the Motel 6, and I would say the Motel 6 there is like cheaper.
Oh, okay.
Than what
Yeah, it is.
than anything the motel that I work at offers.
Every time customers come in, why are you here? Leave.
Pretty much. I even then I tell them whenever I tell the customer there they're a walk-in, you know, they don't have a reservation and all that, they ask me how much it is per night. I give them the price and they're like shocked about it, and I tell them you can get a better price online to stay at this motel. And that's what I typically recommend to every single customer that walks in, you know. Because $117, $139 to stay at the motel that I work at a night, it's just it's not worth it.
Danny's the mole destroying the hotel from the inside out.
Yeah, because I think of it this way: if I was the customer and I wanted to stay at that motel, you know, I would be disappointed as well if I'm paying $117 just to stay there for one night, especially with the condition those rooms are in. Yeah, no, definitely not.
Reminds me of Joey saying that, oh yeah, if I was a CEO of Best Buy or what was it, like PlayStation, I'd be like, Best Buy or Comcast, I'd be like,
Comcast. I said Comcast.
I'll work my way all the way to the top and like make it better, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Danny's the same way.
Yeah, start as a low-level employee, work your way up, become a manager, all the way up until you're CEO, and just fix it.
Here's the thing too that I'm afraid of eventually happening, since really right now I'm working there in a sense of like pity that I feel for the manager, the one that manages the motel, because he's the main reason I was hired there is because they needed help, someone to help them out, because the main manager that manages the place, he got a heart. Yeah, he went through a heart attack, a stroke, the beginning of this year, like back in January when I was he went through a heart attack, and then like a week later, they were looking for someone. I applied and they hired me. So honestly, I'm still working there because, you know, that they're already at the age where they're considering retirement.
Yeah,
you know.
Makes sense.
So I'm working there out of pity for them. You know, I feel sorry that they have to go through this because they live at the motel.
What?
Yeah, they live there. They have nowhere else to go.
Oh man, that sucks.
Yeah, it sucks to be in that position.
Mm-hmm.
And but when I say what I'm afraid is what I don't want happening is, you know, let's say they do retire in the following week. They say that they want to retire, and then they tell me, "Hey, Danny, since you've been here with us since January, what if we bump you up to manager position?" I'm gonna be like, nah.
Yeah,
no way.
Get out.
No way am I gonna manage this motel. Ain't no way I'm gonna be responsible for this motel. Ain't no way I'm gonna do it.
So if an Amazon place started giving you more hours, would you just take that one and just quit this one?
No, because I also hate the Amazon job. Now, let me explain that. Okay, so the reason I also got a second job is because at the motel I'm being paid $14 an hour, and you know, for the number of hours I used to be working there, I guess that was, I mean, it was all right. But then, you know, prices going up. I also got I applied for credit cards this year. I got credit cards, and I have credit card bills that I need to pay. I also help my parents with like their bills and whatnot, helping them pay their electric bills or water bills and whatnot.
That's nice.
So I ended up deciding to get a second job. I was looking and I was scouring the internet to see what company offered what, and I landed on a standard warehouse job at Amazon for $17 an hour. And then they also claimed that if you worked from 7 p.m. all the way to 3 a.m., I believe, they'll pay you $2 extra. So the job that I applied is from Friday to Saturday, and then there's 2 shifts those both days. The first shift starts at 2 p.m. and then it ends at 6 p.m. And then the second shift starts at 7:30 p.m. and it ends at 11:30 p.m. So from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m., I'm getting paid the standard base $17 an hour. And then from 7:30 p.m. all the way to 11:30 p.m., I'm getting paid those $2 extra. So it's going to be $19 an hour. And it sounds nice, right?
Yeah.
So I applied for it. And then I got the whole, I went through the paperwork. I went through the, the drug test thing. I landed the job.
Danny.
They also, Cesar.
So, like, you gotta do you gotta urinate, right? You gotta urinate to do the drug test and stuff.
Oh no, this drug test wasn't the urinating one. It was you put a swab in your mouth and leave it there for like 10 minutes, and then you dunk it in some liquid, and that's it.
Liquid turns the color.
Yeah, the liquid turns. If it turns to a specific color, then you've done drugs. If it doesn't turn to that color, then you're fine. You're good.
I'm sorry. I'm guilty of taking some Tylenol. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's good.
No, but it has to be like marijuana, like meth, cocaine, that kind of stuff.
That'd be funny if you get caught just because of like, oh yeah, I take Tylenol, take like the antidepressants and like stuff like that. Like, oh, you can't take this, like. That'd be funny if that also appeared on the drug test.
No, but here's the thing too. When you're filling out the paperwork, you also have to list that you take medication.
Oh, that makes sense.
So if they do find, if the test does turn a different color, just because you took Tylenol, just because you took like some other prescribed medication, at least you put it into the paperwork saying that you do take those prescribed medications. They can connect the dots and whatever.
It'd be funny if I ever worked at Amazon, I'd be like, yeah, yep, I see, and I put in, yeah, I have a disease.
When I finished through the whole when I finished through the whole interview there, the guy that was helping me out, I even asked him, how long have you been working here? I think he's been working there for like 3-4 years or so. And then I was like, okay, cool. And then I asked him, do you like working here? And then there was a pause. There was a pause, and he's like, yeah, it's all right, it's fine, And I was like, yeah, okay, all right, because I've heard, dude, I've also gone through the internet and I've heard people talk about their experiences working at Amazon and whatnot. And I'm gonna talk more on that later, okay? But anyways. When I was also filling out the paperwork, they essentially made me also sign an NDA.
Wait.
A non-disclosure agreement.
That
I won't be talking about anything that goes on in Amazon out to the public.
Okay.
But that kind of information is more like I guess you could say more classified confidential information, like for example, insider trading.
I see.
So I can't talk about anything that's sort of on the level of insider trading. And I was confused. I was like, who's going to be talking about, company mergers at a warehouse job where you just like pushing carts, organizing boxes and whatnot?
You overhear, like Jeff Bezos walks in, you like overhear a conversation. He's like, yeah, Amazon's merging. Get ready.
Yeah. No, Joey. No, Amazon is morbing.
Yeah.
That meme is dead, my guy. Move on.
Yeah. We promise. We can't say that anymore. We promise.
Move on.
No.
That was the last podcast.
Yeah.
No. Amazon is morbing. It's morbing, and I can say it. You can't fight. I can say it.
But, anyways, so I filled out the paperwork. I passed the drug test. I was hired and all that, and I was told I needed to hire, work appropriate boots or shoes that have the hard composite toe on the front. So if you stub your toe, you're not going to feel it. It's not going to hurt. It's going to protect your feet. So I did that. I was prepared for the first day, the 12th of this month, and going through that process, hearing about what the impressions were on other people, working there at Amazon and all that, and also reading through the paperwork and whatnot, I already had an idea. I knew what I was getting myself into. But when I arrived the first day there, I got scared.
Why?
Like chills just went through my spine.
You
It's
got
like,
scared
oh
by-
god,
You
I don't
got
know.
scared
I don't
because-
think I.
Daddy, just imagine just imagine you in Amazon and like there's like a bunch of posters, a bunch of like images of Jeff Bezos just like watching you as you work.
Yeah, like before you walk into the
No.
warehouse, you have to like pray to Jeff Bezos.
Yeah, you gotta pray to him.
No. But anyways,
He watches
yeah,
all.
arriving there for my first day, the training, of course. I felt like at the end of the day, I did not know what I was getting myself into, and that feeling was right. So I got there and I walked into the building. It's this huge warehouse. There's these conveyor belts. There's these garage doors, I guess you can call
Does it
them,
look-
where
does it
the
look like-
trucks.
Does it look like Willy Wonka's factory?
Yes, without like kids dying every minute or so, like falling into the
Dang it.
attractions and whatnot. But anyways,
Dang.
like I was saying,
Yeah,
there's
in
like
this
these
case,
huge.
it's just Amazon employees.
Yeah, it's just Amazon employees falling on the conveyor belts and dying.
All
There's
those
these
anime
huge
figures.
garage doors.
Yes.
There's these huge garage doors where like the big trucks come in and they park, and then we have to go in and unload them. And what I guess I could say one of the reasons why I got this chill sent on my spine is because the moment I walked in, there was like this crowd, and then there was this one guy there, sort of leading the crowd, like motivating them,
Mm-hmm.
and he was talking like this. He had that
Oh.
really annoying like voice, monotonous voice that just really annoys the crap out of you.
That's what
And
that's
usually
my voice.
Amazon
he,
does
he was
to
Hey,
you.
that's-
he was
that's
just
my
there
voice.
to motivate everyone, and I was like, oh my god, I got hired at a pyramid scheme. That's essentially the
Hello,
thought that
everybody.
went through my mind.
Welcome
Because
to company.
because I used to be in a pyramid scheme.
Yeah.
There was this company called People Helping People. It's essentially a company that gives out life insurance and whatnot. And I went to like one of their big motivational meetings that they have for the entire company. It was in Las Vegas, and
Dang.
essentially all the speakers, all like the top earners within that quote unquote multi-level marketing company, they were on the stage. All the top earners within that company, and then they were talking just like how that guy was talking at Amazon, trying to motivate everyone, trying to like get them to work their best and whatnot. And I was like, oh god, what did I get myself into?
Scary.
And so
Like I don't know.
yeah,
This is scary. Like
Right.
like those kinds of people can really brainwash other people who are vulnerable, who don't know what they're getting into.
yeah, no, definitely. And so
They're dangerous.
yeah,
Just like the people at super churches, the super Christian super churches, they ask you, hey, give us all your money, that kind of thing, and they get huge thousands of people going to these super churches, and it feels like a cult you're entering. What they do is they recruit people into these super churches, and what they do is they make you believe that they're gonna help you, they're gonna get you rich, they're gonna help you get rid of all your ailments and diseases, and that sort of thing is what happens in the US. And like there's a lot of super churches in the Midwest and the South of the United States that are very super crazy, super cult, like that reminds me a lot of those motivational speakers in like Amazon warehouses.
Mhm.
They give
Yeah.
you they try to give you an idea, and you're supposed to follow with that idea and believe that idea that is gonna be the best for you, but it's not.
And also, like after the guy was done talking, they were doing this this clapping thing where it like progressively gets faster, and then at the end
Yeah.
they shout.
They
And
should
so
have
it's sort of like to motivate everyone. I just
Yeah.
kind of cringed at that because it reminded me of like the motivational
Danny.
speakers at the pyramid company
they
that I
should-
used to be at.
you should have said one of us.
Yeah, but I mean, the guy was on a microphone, so I doubt they would have heard us. They would have heard me. But anyways,
should have took the microphone. Stop! You're being brainwashed.
Yeah.
Stop the brainwashing.
Just like start spray painting the walls and whatnot, because they do
wake up.
Because walking into the warehouse, they do sort of make it. They make it seem like it's inclusive, like everyone belongs there, like one big happy family, which is all bullshit to me.
See, there's people being there. No.
But anyways, after seeing that, we were seated at a spot over within the warehouse where our training commenced, and they went over like the whole COVID, how they're going to handle COVID, and we have to take 2 home COVID tests and submit it. Yeah, every week we have to do that.
Dang.
And
have you? Oh, you have to?
Yeah, we have to, because I submitted my COVID test for today, and then like in 2 to 3 days I have to submit my second one, and then I have to go back to Amazon, tell them to give me another home COVID test so I could do that the following week, and then it just keeps repeating over and over again.
That's annoying. Danny, your nose is all like abused and destroyed from like picking your nose.
I think that's bad. Just wait for it. And then they also proceeded to like talk about, our pay and whatnot, how it works with the hours. And there's this thing called a flex up. And a flex up is essentially they give you more time to work there. There's also a VTO, which is voluntary time off. You can leave work early if there's an opportunity to take time off, but it's limited, of course.
Amazon is always busy.
Yeah. Anyways, so we went through that training, and we had to sit there on the chairs for like the entire day. We sat there the entire first shift on doing the training, and then we went off to our lunch, our hour and a half lunch. Came back at 7:30, did the same exact thing. We just sat there for the rest of the shift, and then following Saturday, we did the same exact thing. We just sat there, did the training on these little tablet things, and then that was pretty much it for the first 2 days. We were doing training, and then the following week, which was actually this past week, these past 2 days, I walked in. First shift I did, I was organizing these carts, right? I was unloading the trucks that were arriving there. Yeah. And then I was the trucks that were empty, we had to load in these other carts, because like each cart has a certain code on it, and we have to like match up the code to the right truck. And so we were all walking back and forth and all that. And this is where I started hating the job, because
a lot of walking.
A lot of walking, and like you get blisters on your feet. My ankle right now is just bruised up. My right ankle is bruised up. And I don't know if you're going to want me to send you a picture so you could put that on the podcast.
Here's Danny's foot. No.
Okay, so we're not going to do that. But anyways, my ankle is bruised up. I have blisters on my feet.
Danny's foot's going to be on Wiki Feet.
Anyways, Quentin Tarantino hit us up. Anyways, it can get very disorganized. That's like my one gripe about that job. It gets very fucking disorganized. I can say my previous job at America's Tires was less disorganized than this. It was less disorganized. And I could also, like, after working that first day, I already made up my mind. I hate this job more than I did my job at America's Tires. Yeah, I hate working there at Amazon right now. And I'm only doing it right now because yes, I do need the money. I do need the money, and but if money wasn't really too big of if money wasn't a problem right now, then I wouldn't be working there, and I would just stay with my job at the motel. But I do need the money, so I'm working there at Amazon for the time being. But yeah, it's not worth it. I would advise to all of our viewers, even to you guys, to just stay away from Amazon. Do not go to work there. It's not worth it. It's just not worth
Amazon.
It in the end.
Cancel Amazon.
Amazon. It's not worth it, yeah. Because like the entire time you're walking, your feet starts aching. You feel the blisters developing on your feet. You feel the bruises on your ankle. Well, at least I did, because I was wearing work boots. So they went up to my ankle, and I wasn't wearing like shin high socks to where they protect my ankle from all the contact that I guess my ankle can make with my boot, and and it ended up bruising my ankle. But yeah, no, it's not worth it. I hate working at Amazon.
1 month from now, when the brainwashing starts to take effect, you're just going to be like,
Yeah.
I love Amazon.
Yeah, no, I hate
And
it.
we asked Danny, hey, how you said Amazon sucks, right? Like you don't like working there. You're like, what?
Yeah.
When did I say that? I love working
Yeah,
here.
and no, and
It's
I
the
like
love
best
Jeff
job ever.
Bezos.
and like how I
Jeff Bezos,
said
my
beforehand,
father.
I was talking about all what everyone was saying about working at Amazon, all their impressions and all that. At first, I thought they were exaggerating. Nope, they are not exaggerating. It is literal hell working at Amazon. It is not worth it. Some people there are pretty chill, but then there was this one girl there who's like in charge of overlooking my group, like how we were unloading the trucks and then loading the trucks that needed the cars to be loaded into. She was just one prissy little bitch, like just standing there on her laptop, judging everyone, like looking at her nails, looking at her cell phone. And she was just, and if somebody did something wrong, she would go like, "Hey, you're not supposed to do that. Hey, that's supposed to go over." Yeah, no,
That sounds like a Karen. That sounds like a Karen.
Yeah, but she was like this. I guess you could say mid-20s, early 20s. You know, like a young adult teenager working there and whatnot.
Oh, yeah. A teenager working there now, probably young adult.
Yeah,
Probably young adult.
and I was like, she's the second. At least that was the second time I ever would have wanted to punch someone.
The second time. What about the
that was the
first
second
time?
time. The first time was at America's Tires.
What?
Oh, okay.
Customer?
Yeah, no, well, okay. If it was including customers, I'd say that would be maybe the fourth or fifth time I would have punched someone. But if it's just fellow coworkers, that was the second time.
Danny, you're like a monk. You have so much self-restraint. You're not get into violence.
Because I know that self-restraint is important. Because if you do act out, it could just make situations worse. Like I'm not just talking while like just working and whatnot, but if you do just unreasonably act violent and whatnot, it could just make everything worse. Not only just for you, but for other people as well.
Yeah,
which is why I believe that self-restraint is important.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that's my life story currently, working 2 jobs, one at the shitty motel, and the other one working at literal hell, which is Amazon.
Danny, I think you need some therapy after this. We need some therapy.
That's actually one thing about me. I don't want to go to therapy because
you have to spend money for that.
Well, not only that, but also because
you can get covered.
They can say that they're going to prescribe you some kind of medication, and I do not want to be prescribed any kind of medication.
You don't have to.
You
just suck out your problems.
No, I know, but someone telling me that I need to take pills in order to calm down kind of just pisses me off.
Gotta take your happy pills.
Yeah, exactly. Because I take it like they're doing it in some kind of condescending way. Even though they're not trying to be rude or anything, they're just trying to help you out. I take it like they're saying in a semi sort of condescending way, where that's like, oh, you have to take pills, whereas I don't, in order to be normal or calm, you know?
Everybody needs that dopamine. Sometimes you just need a pill to fix your biology.
Which is why, I would say, yeah, being I guess there were certain periods during high school where I was a bit rageful. I was a lot more angry, a lot more hateful towards the world, and I guess I started to more control my emotions and whatnot because I didn't want to go to anger management. I didn't want to do that, so I was like, yeah, I gotta calm down here.
It's fine. I feel like it just happens when you're a teenager, puberty. You're just
angsty teenager.
Yeah, it's common. It's common.
Which is why, right now, I'm super grateful that I was able to learn how to, I guess, control my emotions more. Because if I was still the same person that I was back then, more filled with rage and anger and whatnot,
You wouldn't hold back.
I wouldn't have hold back. I would have punched that girl so hard. Like I even knew to like not just throw a random punch at her. Like I knew like to go for the throat or the temple. Like, you know, something that would easily injure them and send them to the hospital.
Yeah. Luckily these days you're completely zen.
Luckily these days, definitely. You're a mature. You're a mature adult.
Yeah. I can say the one thing that does get me, I guess the one thing that can get the rage out of me is Rocket League. Rocket League can get me angry.
Rocket League, yeah. For me, it's just FIFA.
Oh yeah, no, I've heard you rage in FIFA, and it's amazing.
Amazing.
Yeah, we have to record that.
Do you like to see me in pain? Are you? Wow.
I used to complain about, or I used to get super angry at video games when I was like a kid and teenager. Like my catchphrase, or when I was like losing against somebody, I would just be like, "Hacker, you're a hacker."
Really?
Yeah.
That still sounds like a 12-year-old.
I'd blame everybody else but me. I'm not the problem.
I mean, that's still what people do nowadays. Like they would just blame it on, or like they would make an excuse and say hacker, or they would claim that somebody else has a lag switch or something.
Really? When I was a kid, I only had it one time where like I broke a controller when I was like
Oh really?
5 or 6. Yeah.
Oh okay.
I broke my PS1 controller.
Did you get in trouble?
Yeah, I broke it. I hit it so hard. I think I was like okay, let's play again. And like I reconnected. I reconnected my controller and it wouldn't work. And I bought another one. But yeah, that was like my I was like very little, like 5 or 6. I looked at myself like, dang, why did I break this? Now I can't play. So I guess that was the way I
so
learned.
You self-reflected. You're like, wow,
it's so weird.
What have I done?
I self-reflected as like 5 or 6. I was like, dang, I learned. That's why I'm very careful not to like destroy my stuff. Like,
yeah, I remember one time playing Rocket League and I got so mad I punched my desk and I looked down at my knuckle and it was bleeding.
Holy.
Yeah, and that's when I was like, okay, am I really gonna let a video game get the better of me?
Yeah, luckily for my case, like I never really, I'm pretty zen. It might be like, damn,
except
it's so stupid. FIFA, yes, FIFA. Actually, I consider it. I just do it just to make you guys entertained. Actually, I do.
So if you play a FIFA match right now against the best player and you're losing against him, then you wouldn't get mad or anything.
I'd be impressed. I'd be like, dang, at least I got one goal in on a pro.
You're just like, well played,
person in Europe or Japan or Asia. Well played. Next time, I'm gonna beat you.
I'm actually, I'm curious. What country has the better FIFA players?
The video game, or
I think it's Europe. Because like Spain, England, France, Germany, Italy, I don't know, because people love soccer. It's like a religion over there.
I mean, I feel like when it comes down to it, Europe is the best at most things. Like apparently, Europe is better at like producing. You know, well, there's soccer players, there's racers, the race car drivers, and whatnot.
Yeah, Mark Verstappen, the race car driver for Red Bull Racing for Formula 1. Yeah. And what's his name? Alexander Hamilton, I think. He's on the race car.
Lewis Hamilton.
Ah, damn it.
Lewis Hamilton. Alexander Hamilton.
Lewis Hamilton. He's also one of the best Formula 1 racers. Yeah, and they're pretty good at pretty much everything.
I'm pretty sure they like have some pride in that. Like they're prideful about that or something.
Also, their food, pretty good. Their food is top tier.
Have you had genuine European food? Like, whatever that would be.
I want to eat some beans, some English beans on toast.
Actually, I've heard that's not as good as everyone makes it out to be.
That honestly doesn't sound that appetizing.
It doesn't.
I like beans.
I've heard
I like beans
because
I don't mind.
The whole beans on toast apparently is part of the English breakfast. and
Yeah.
it's apparently ranked to be one of the worst breakfasts out there in the world.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe. I mean, there's a lot of a huge selection of British food that could be better than beans on toast. English breakfast. I mean, I still want to try it out. I mean, come on. Who cares if it's bad? Maybe I might be surprised by the peaceful culinary experience that they can give me and stuff.
I would want to go to Italy solely for the purpose of like tasting their version of pizza.
Real
Well, really,
pizza.
I shouldn't say their version. I should rather say like the original pizza, because apparently that's where pizza did originate. Because pizza was originally like just some way to like test to see if the oven back then was working. Like they would just roll out some dough, put some toppings that they have, and then they would just shove it into the oven and see if the oven is good for baking. Because bread was very big back then.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, bread has always been big, but
I'm not I don't like bread.
Bread was more.
I love bread.
I hate bread. I don't like bread.
How dare you?
How dare I?
You're
How
disgracing
dare you?
all of our ancestors who worked hard to make bread a thing.
Bro, our ancestors are dumb.
What?
Yeah, I said it. Bread is overrated. I said it.
They're probably more civilized than everyone is right now. The people back then.
I don't think so. I doubt it. Quite doubtful.
Really? I mean,
They live like cavemen.
well, there's the example of World War One where there was the Christmas treaty.
Yeah,
Have you guys heard that story?
It was a one-time thing,
When
but
the
then
war
we just forgot
stopped
about it.
and they just went to go eat together.
Yeah. So the
Yeah,
Christmas
so
treaty of World War One essentially was
They played a
was
soccer
a
match.
place. Yeah,
They played a soccer match.
well, I mean, not only that, they also did other stuff like they sang, they ate together and whatnot. But essentially, they decided to stop shooting at each other and then call a treaty amongst each other, amongst the allies, amongst the enemies. They decided to just hang out for the day, Christmas Day, of course, and then they all agreed to go back to killing each other the following day.
Let's say this: World War One was a chill war. World War Two was like the very explosive, crazy sequel we didn't want.
Really?
Yeah.
Mhm.
There's a lot of people that say that, well, I mean, World War One being the more bloodier war than World War Two.
It is for many reasons, and it's just like how do I say this? It was a World War One was really just like a picnic compared to like a picnic, and World War Two was like an onslaught, like crazy, like boom boom boom, blah blah blah, die die die. It just went crazy on all fronts. Like there was so much craziness, so much insanity, so much sadisticness, so much sadism that we just went up to each other with so much evil in the world in World War Two.
Yeah, we bombed, the United States bombed Japan twice.
Yeah, and then
during World War
Yeah.
Two.
Yeah.
yeah.
Here
Then,
comes the sun. Do 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 do.
Oh my god. Then the Germans like, oh yeah, we don't like you people. Bye bye. Like, dang son, what are you doing? It's your guys' fault, bro.
Hitler's KD still remains undefeated.
Yeah. Oh my god.
I mean, it's amazing. The guy went 6 million to 1.
Bro, what the heck? Just imagine if he was a Call of Duty pro.
I had a history
boy.
teacher who was fully set on how Hitler never actually died in the bunker, and like it was like moved to America and like lived an entire life in America.
Oh yeah, people do think that he moved to Argentina also. And it's true. Many Nazis escaped to South America for some reason. Could be true. Might have been quite interesting. Like, dang. Just freaking Hitler just hanging out, chilling, eating some pizza.
Yeah.
He just like goes to like a restaurant. He's ordering a pizza. He's like, 9. I said no pepperoni.
I mean, it must be
I don't
crazy though, like with the way people come up with those conspiracy theories. Like, what gave him that idea originally?
Maybe there's like some kind of clue or something that somebody left behind in some document, and then that like started festering ideas in the minds, and people started spreading stories, and that's how I imagine it works out.
I think it's because nobody ever saw Hitler's body, right? Like,
Yeah.
I think he was like
Wait, no, but
buried.
that doesn't make sense because
I think it was buried in the rubble. And like the only way we knew that he died was from other Nazis. Like, oh yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
other
He took
accounts.
other accounts.
But didn't he? Yeah, guys, I was gonna say, didn't he shoot himself within his office or something?
Something.
No,
But
maybe.
I know he
No, he
killed
did.
himself.
He did kill
killed
himself. But there's also
Yeah, he
like
shot himself in the
accounts
pistol.
of other people seeing him kill himself, I'm assuming. And we
Who
kind of
knows,
have to just
really?
take him for their word.
Damn.
Nobody ran in there with like with their phone recording. Yo, check this out.
Just like how everyone does nowadays. Like,
Yeah.
they go to a concert, they record it on their phone. They
And
go
the
to
guy-
a theme park, they record it on their phone.
Then the guy
They go
recording
out-
Hitler,
yeah.
the guy recording Hitler says, "Damn, Hitler, look you go! Where'd you go, man? What?
Cut. We need to do that again. Yeah, the lighting wasn't good. Hitler, we gotta get you to shoot yourself again.
Hitler, wake up. Come on. Pokes him.
9,
Yeah.
9." That's what he says. 9.
All right, guys. Well, we gotta be wrapping it up. We gotta get wrapping this
Yeah.
podcast up soon. So, any last things you guys want to say?
Amazon
Any last
sucks.
comments?
Bad hotels suck.
Bread
Hitler
is bad.
sucks.
Bread,
Bread
My
is
life
bread
good.
is
sucks
bad.
right now.
Bread is bad. I don't like bread.
Bread is bad.
I hate that people like. I don't like. How do I say this? Oh, my parents, they love bread. They're like, yeah, bread goes with everything. Bread goes with pasta. Bread goes with beans.
It does go with everything though. Have you tried using a different type of bread? Like sourdough,
I don't like sour bread. I don't like sourdough.
wheat?
I don't like.
You know,
I don't. I
like-
just don't like bread. I don't like
Maybe
everything.
that's your problem. You haven't found the right kind
Yeah,
of bread
you
for
haven't.
you.
Yeah, just keep looking.
No, I won't. I won't look. I won't even try. I don't. I have discovered enough bread to know I don't like bread.
Are you sure about that?
I'm pretty sure about that.
Are you
I don't
very
like cake.
certain?
I don't like cake. I
You
don't
hipster.
like.
You're
any-
a food hipster.
I feel like that's something we need to do. Like, we need to go to a
Thing?
bakery and just
Did
go
you
like,
just
hey,
call me-
our friend here.
Did you just
Wait, what
call
was
me
that?
a? Did you just call me a food hipster?
Yeah, that's right.
Thank you. Thank
Oh,
you.
wait, you weren't supposed to take it like that.
I wasn't. Oh,
Yeah, you're supposed to be crying, sprawled out on the floor,
Yeah.
like, you know,
crying on a
listening
crying on
to sad
on a piece
music
of
right
bread.
now.
crying on a piece of bread on my face, using it to
You're
wipe my
wiping your
tears off.
shoes with your bread.
Wiping my
Joey
butt.
wants to eat.
Wiping my butt with bread. What's that? I just don't like bread. I tried bread and like I just don't like it.
It's
Probably
okay.
another reason why I don't eat
Alright.
pizza. Pizza's alright, but like I don't go out to search for bread. Like, dang, you know what I crave right now? Bread. No, I don't do that.
What about?
don't go out of my way
Okay,
to
well,
get
you
bread.
already said you don't like pizza. Because I was gonna say, what about bread with toppings?
I mean, pizza's alright.
That's
Pizza
You like,
is
essentially
you
what
alright.
like
pizza
PB and
is.
J's?
That's essentially what pizza is.
PB&J, it's okay. It's okay. I just don't like I just don't like bread when they
Do
just
you
put
e
hate
it like to the,
Subway?
yes, I do.
What about hamburgers?
I don't like the
The
bread.
buns?
I don't like the buns. I don't like the buns.
Oh, I bet you're
Well,
the
I
person
mean-
that orders the lettuce patties. Or no, the lettuce buns. Sorry, I said that wrong. The lettuce buns wrapped around the burger.
Oh, at In-N-Out, the protein burger. That's what it's called.
Mhm.
Where it's just like
I'm gonna try that.
the lettuce. Yeah, it's just lettuce wrap burger.
I just don't. I don't like when like when people keep pestering me like, oh, do you want to accompany this with bread? I'm like, no, get away, fuck off. I don't want this.
Whoa.
No,
Then,
no.
then what you
no.
should try then is go to In-N-Out and get yourself a Flying Dutchman. And what that is essentially 2 patties with a slice of cheese to in between the 2 patties.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, hamburgers. I mean, what I end up doing whenever I eat like a hamburger is I'll just what remains of the hamburger is the bread because I'm tired of the bread. I'm like, where's my meat? Where's the
Wait,
meat,
how
man?
do you-
Oh,
Eat the hamburger
What?
without. Oh, do you just like take the buns off?
no. Like, okay, sometimes the buns are so big.
Oh,
go
I see
over-
what you're saying.
Yes. So what remains is like pieces of discarded bun because I was too much bun.
Yeah, but then again, there's also some places that serve hamburgers with where the hamburger buns are too small, or there's
Hey,
not
I'm
enough
okay.
bread.
I'd
I'm
rather
okay
have
with
them
that.
too
I'm
okay.
small. Yeah. 'Cause
Yeah,
they get
I'm
more
okay with
meat.
that. Yeah, too much bread. I'm like,
I
ugh.
guess, yeah.
I feel like I'm gonna die. I'm gonna choke on this bread. Too dry.
Well, I mean, that's why you
One
get
star.
a drink. That's why you get something to drink to like help
No.
wash it down.
No, no. Why would
I
I want to
wash.
work?
I usually wash hamburgers down with fries.
Bruh, you're gonna choke on those burgers and fries.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I do choke a lot,
So,
so that probably explains it.
These nuts.
Oh, ho, ho.
Yeah. Yes. Finally answered my these
I'm
nuts joke.
sorry. I didn't hear what you said. I
Okay.
didn't get the
Don't
joke.
worry. You can just watch on the VOD. I'm not gonna repeat
Can
it.
you explain it to me, please?
Yeah, wait, can you
No.
explain that?
Yeah, can you explain your D's nuts
I
joke right
want
now?
a step-by-step analysis of this.
Yeah.
No, I will not.
I want
okay.
I want a 10-page MLA 12-point font Roman Times New Roman
And I want it
explanation for
mailed.
this. Yeah.
I want it mailed, a copy to
I
my
want
house.
it mailed to yeah.
Nah. I'm gonna mail you something else.
I want the summary.
A glitter
I want
bomb.
this
toxic
summary
bacteria.
by
It's like
tomorrow, 11:59
I'm gonna mail you a piece of rotten bread.
Oh, why? How
Yeah.
dare you?
I mean, he's
Moldy
probably
bread
gonna
in the
eat
mail.
it. He's probably gonna eat it still.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
I'd
would
still
eat it.
He'll still
Yeah,
eat
Joey
it.
has
take
no
the mold
standards.
off.
He'll just take the mold off. Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. Take the mold off.
No. Yeah. But yes.
Flavored bread. How thoughtful.
Yogurt bread. It gets the bacteria.
Is it? Oh yeah. I thought it was
Yeah, because
I thought mold was something else.
Yogurt
no,
is
like a
that's
cheese and yogurt.
that's how they
are
make
from
cheese.
Mold.
Yeah.
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 Oh,
Mold
okay.
bacteria.
Do you go to
They
school,
just
man?
take the
No, I
dairy
didn't.
milk and they
I'll get it.
they have the bacteria break down the protein within the milk, and that's how they make cheese and yogurt.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah, science.
Science rules.
I thought
Oh,
mold
God,
was like
Bill
a
Nye.
fungus.
On your feet. More like it. Oh.
Well, I mean, fungus is another type of bacteria.
What?
Yeah.
Fungus is another type of bacteria.
Okay, well that's
You know
that's
fungus?
new to me.
Wait. Do you know fungus is what makes penicillin, antibiotics?
Yeah, moldy bread. It's also what I'm
Whoa.
allergic to. I'm allergic to penicillin and moldy bread.
Really? You're allergic to penicillin?
Yeah, I am. I'm
What?
allergic to penicillin, so I'm allergic to most of the antibiotics and medicine out there in the world. So
Wow.
if I get sick, then
You're screwed.
I'm screwed. Yeah,
Well, don't
Danny?
get sick.
don't get
I
sick.
guess I'll rip Jenny. I guess I'll rest in peace in advance. Rip.
I mean, I've gotten sick severely before, and I've made it through. So I don't know. Maybe I must have a pretty good immune system.
Maybe. It could be. We'll find out in 20 years how that immune
Yeah, I
system is
guess.
still working.
Yeah, when I'm 50, to see if that's like, I'm gonna like knock on my body and say, "Hey, you still working?" or
Yeah.
something. You know?
Your body just starts creaking.
Your body starts saying, your body starts whispering, help me, I'm dying.
Your body just makes
All
the
right.
Windows XP shutdown noise.
Oh god! I feel like that's gonna be everyone in the future. Like when we all get cybernetic enhancement implants things, it's just
Yeah.
gonna be the XP Windows shutdown.
People just start crying when they hear it.
Oh,
Grab
yes.
Poppy.
You
No.
should have gone the next Windows update. You would have been alive.
Yeah, next update. 5 more years of life.
Yeah.
That'd be so
All right,
funny.
then I
If, like,
guess.
that'd be so funny if our lifespan in the future will be determined by updates.
I mean, if we live that long to see cybernetic implants,
You're like, oh yeah, did you get the next update? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'm still alive and kicking thanks to that new update from Apple or from Windows or some
Linux,
Kleenex.
Just
No, thank you.
Linux,
No, thank you.
just Linux.
Oh, that's like Kleenex. It's like, no, thank you.
No, I said Linux, Linux.
Oh,
Programmers
Kleenex? No,
love
thank
Linux
you.
for some reason, and I gotta say, this is unpopular opinion, but I actually don't like Linux.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of
How dare
Linux users like to brag that they have like a bunch of old Linux laptops that are broken down and barely hanging on, and like they're able to like fool around and I guess make it their own by coding it and whatnot. That's essentially Linux users right there.
Yeah, Linux support
So
for
they
like
just like to
anything
brag.
is sucks. Like if you want to play games on it, you have to work so much harder just to get your games working on it.
But I feel like that's part of their pride that they know how
Yeah.
to go. That they,
Yeah, I guess
like, you know,
so.
Is it
I
is
feel
it
like that's
because
what
of
they
like
feel prideful.
is it because like their security measures or something? Like they're much harder to crack, I guess.
No,
compared
it's just
to
like how Joey said it.
Windows.
It's just like how Joey said that they have to work harder to get something going on their laptop.
I'd say Linux does have more security in general, from what I understand, but it's just more like the whole thing is just more advanced to use. Like if you want to do anything in it, you have to like look up commands to do anything.
Okay. I'm so glad I didn't get that though.
Yeah, but it is free, so there's that.
Free?
Yeah,
Nah.
I took one programming course over the summer. I did not like it. I dropped out of that.
Daddy,
Yeah.
but I want you to
I
make me an
dropped
Urusei
out of
Yatsura.
that.
But
No,
you're my only hope to make an Urusei Yatsura game.
Yeah, because I'm
Well,
not
I
doing
mean,
that.
no, that's Joey. That's Joey.
No, I'm not.
That's
I'm
Joey.
not gonna
He
make
can
that.
do it. He's the programmer.
I could,
here.
but I won't.
He's the
I could, but I
programmer
won't.
here.
How much do you want me to pay you?
I don't know. That's Joey. I'm not the one
Maybe
programming.
like I do it for like 500
An hour?
a day.
What?
500 a day.
I'm gonna freaking like squeeze you like a lemon and make you work for like 24 hours a day just to get this, just to pay for, just to
max out. Yeah.
Yeah, max out.
How long does it
Min-maxing.
typically take to like make a game?
Well, it depends. Like,
Like,
do you
on
want
average,
like a
you know?
bad game, or do you want like a really polished, like super high quality game? Because I could make like a really cheap, like Urusei Yatsura like text game in probably
No,
like an
no.
hour.
No,
Okay,
I want
what
it.
about like somewhere in between?
I want a Urusei Yatsura RPG.
Is it 2D or
let's say
3D?
like 2D 8-bit.
3D.
Like let's say like 2D
Okay, well if
8-bit.
it's 8-bit, the heart like if somebody gives me the art, because if I don't have to do the art myself, I could like, it depends on how sophisticated you want the game mechanics to be. Like if it's just walking around and talking to like NPCs, probably pretty easy. Probably do it in like a day.
Like think Terraria.
Terraria, so you can like break,
Terraria.
you can like go underground and like break stuff and just like procedural generation and stuff.
Yes.
Yeah,
I don't
like
know.
Terraria, yeah.
If I like work nonstop, drink like lots of energy drinks, and just like work my butt off, probably like maybe a couple of weeks to a month. Depends.
A couple. Okay,
All
so
right
let's say a month. That's
All
what,
right.
30 days typically. So 500 times 30, that would be what, 1,500 for the month?
Or more than that. It'd be like 15,000, wouldn't it?
15. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. 15,000.
Yeah, $15,000. I'll make
$15,000.
you a really sophisticated Urusei Yatsura game for $15,000.
Honestly, you probably if you can sell that game,
That's all my savings.
You could probably make some good money, since we have the
so?
Urusei
There's an
Yatsura
audience for that?
Yeah, because there's the Urusei Yatsura reboot coming out this year.
I just gotta get the IP rights for it.
The manga is selling. The manga is selling really well ever since it got translated into English. But yes,
All right. Well,
Urusei Yatsura is making a resurgence, which is awesome. But yes,
all right. Well,
in
on
the comments,
that note, we have to wrap it up now.
viewers in the comments, what
It's
game?
been 1 hour and 32 minutes.
In the comments, people, what game would you like Joey to make for you?
I won't
also,
make
what
them,
game-
but just go ahead.
And also,
And,
what game did you rage at so badly that you had to rethink your life?
And also, what is your opinion on bread? Are you on my side, you hate bread, or are you on their side, you love bread?
And are you a Jeff Bezos lover or Jeff Bezos hater?
Are you in a cult? Say yes or no.
And would you want to stay at a crappy motel for $117 a night?
Yes. Give us some feedback.
All right,
Tell
then.
us.
Well, please follow our socials, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Please also join us on our Discord server. It's still just the three of us. So, I stopped playing. I stopped playing the gacha thing because I wasn't getting
me and
into
Cesar
it.
still playing. Me and Cesar still playing.
All
I'll
right,
play with you.
So yes,
and
join us.
well, thank you so much for watching, and please subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Catch you guys later.